Got my Corona beard virus. Corona beard virus? That sounds totally wrong. Cut! I've got my coronavirus beard on right here. Yep. It's basically like a playoff beard, but it's during the pandemic, so too soon. All right, everybody, welcome. My name is Jesse Simcoe. I'm here at the Midcoast Recreation Center. We're going to go over a bunch of different skills today that you can practice at home. Main reason why we do this is questions. The answer is for freedom of expression, to enjoy yourself, to have fun. If you're not enjoying yourself here, we're doing it wrong. All right, so enjoy yourself. This is meant to be fun. Let's keep it fun. All right. And let's have a great time with it. All right, so this is for all you gearheads out there. Apologies first and foremost. I've got a stick that's way too long for me, and it's an old school Mako, meaning I broke my stick in the last game of the season. I'm just not gonna buy a new stick yet. Just not ready to drop that kind of money. At this point in time, not gonna do it. So, you know what? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. What am I, Connor McDavid? I'm gonna cut this thing down. Yeah, I don't like a stick that long. So, I'll be right back. My stick at the right height. I personally like a stick that's right in the middle. Kind of just general balance person. I like to give myself as much range as I possibly can, so right in the middle allows me to extend both as far as I can, as well as pull it back in close if I need. So, to go with that, our first skill is called home base. It's a narrow stick handle. Alright, so for this first narrow stick handle, it wants to be in a place where you're right balanced in the middle. What I mean by that is if I extend my arms forward, not moving my body at all, but my arms forward, I can reach about that far. Pretty good, right? Maybe give myself a little bit more space. Alright, so if I reach all the way out, that's one extreme, right? If I go all the way in, here's another extreme. Who does this except on draw, right? Right. Well, I turned that off. All right, well, let's try that again. What, you live and learn, right? Probably don't want to bend over that much. So let me try zipping it up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still hear me and that's not too utterly annoying. All right, there we go. So I've got one extreme all the way out. I've got the other extreme all the way close in. Right? So if I'm somewhere in the middle, this is my home base, all right? Because that allows me to extend out as I need to. It allows me to pull in as I need to, and it's nice to be able to be right in a good central point, all right? So this is our home base. This is our starting base. As I'm doing this, there are a couple things to key in on. So you want to be able to get good at a couple things. One is you want to get good at being able to have your wrist rollover doing a lot of the work for you. So what I mean by that is you can see my stick turns. You can see the east, it turns the other side. So white, orange, right? So I'm able to get that nice stick turnover, and that's all really done with that top hand. My bottom hand, I'm just using that for support, being able to help lift up the stick. As I extend out, I'm allowing that to be loose enough to slide up and down. But as you can see, I can really, if I wanted to go a little bit faster, I can do this with one finger, right? So it's my top hand that's doing a lot of the work. And again, I'm letting that wrist roll over do a lot of this. So our narrow stick handling like this. Stage one, just being able to get comfortable with the wrist rollover. So if you've got a ball, or even if it's a puck and it's sliding, whatever you got, if you can work on getting that wrist to roll over, a great exercise with this is being able to see if you can have that wrist rollover happen. You can get good at rolling over the ball and catching on that other side. You can get to a point where you can go on, ooh, missed it there, that you can go on both sides and not ever lose contact of that ball. That's a great little hand exercise and one that people don't usually give. So we've got that heel going on here. It's great to be able to move it up to the middle of the stick. Great to move it at the toe of the stick. So you've got comfort in all three. My normal stick does not have a toey like this guy. So that's a little awkward, because I just have to get used to that. So being able to get used to it going from heel to toe and back down, getting comfortable just spending a little bit of time at each position so that you've got that down pretty well, always good to do. This wants to be unconscious for you, because everything that we do, all our moves are really based on this central move, this central thing. So what I mean by that is, if I take this move, this narrow dribbles, and I start to extend out one way or the other, not by moving my arms one way or the other, but by letting myself lean out. So if I'm doing this narrow dribbles thing here, and I lean out to one side or the other, again, you can see my upper body totally still, while the rest of my body, or while my arms, or the rest of my body, my arms are just static, not moving, just being able to do my wrist rollover thing. Again, I'm able to get a good distance here just by being able to shift my weight, shift where my center of gravity is, right? So when we're skating, you're able to push, and your skating can be a lot like this. So a lot of the, your skating stride is basically doing your narrow dribbles just while you're skating. So if you can get comfortable skating, doing this kind of motion, it's a lot like cradling in lacrosse. It's a lot like being able to dribble in any other sport, where you want to make this kind of an unconscious thing. You don't want to have to think about it. You want to be able to feel that ball or puck when you're playing so well that it's not even a concern. It's just part of you. It's natural. You don't want to have to think about it. All right? So once you've got your wide side to side with just moving your body, it's also good to be able to learn how to extend with your arms, because there are going to be times that you're going to need to do it. So if you can also do this kind of thing with your arms, and again, this should not be your primary way of stick handling. I see too many people doing this kind of thing, pushing the ball back and forth as they're getting used to stick handling and thinking this is the way that you stick handle. No, the way you stick handle is mainly with your body, and then if you need to do some extension stuff with your arms, you can. You don't want to just do it one way. You don't want to just do it the other way. You got to do it both ways. So again, we want to give you as many freedom and combination choices as possible. So next thing that you can do is you can extend further. So you can extend and reach out one way further, extend, reach out the other way further. So you're going at your normal extension, and then you're just letting your hands go out wide. You're having those hands come together, let that stick go out, and that's going to give you some extra extension. All right, so getting comfortable with being able to have it go out wide. The other thing that you can focus on and making sure that you do is, when you're doing this, let your hands literally slide back and forth so that you're getting comfortable with letting that bottom hand relax, stay loose, and move freely on your stick. Okay, so you can see how they go apart, come together as I'm doing this. All right. Your next exercise is taking these and combining them. No, it's not doing a stick lift. I'm just doing that for fun. That's it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go out wide, and then as you come in, you're going to do a couple quick home taps and extend out. As you do this, you can start getting used to being able to let your weight of your body do some of your pull work for you. So it's not just an arms pulling kind of thing. You're letting your weight come with it. So you can actually start accelerating the ball or the puck with your body as well as your hands. So if you can take what you're doing and relax everything nice and loose, allow yourself to be loose but explosive, relaxed but powerful, that's where you find you're flowing this kind of thing. That's where you start to see a lot of those really amazing, natural looking kinds of things, all right? So that is something that you can do as a practice maneuver. Those are our main three that everything works off of. So those are the first three to start for today. Let's move on to the next ones. We can do the next ones tomorrow. All right, you got it? Good. Hope you've enjoyed this first lesson. For a second, I thought I chipped the floor. No, didn't do that with this little guy. All right, till next time.